so important for young people now to just do the first thing that interests them. If you have a sort of small passion, be it, you feel passionate about plastic pollution, you want to clean up waste around your neighborhood, just start on the first project, and then you'll be surprised at how many more directions and routes that leads you to. So that's
Mhm.
kind of where I started.
Yeah, I feel like that's really good on you. Also, like to get exposed into the green space through MUN. I know a lot of students are doing MUN, and that's probably some ways that they can get into the sustainability green space as well. But
Yeah,
um,
definitely.
I was gonna ask this question later, but there are a lot of students out there, whether that be in Hong Kong, whether that be in the UK, where sustainability isn't talked about as much, and there are certain schools that would say don't go into sustainability because it's a low paying job or like
Mm.
because it won't make profit. So how how would you explain, like, why do you think students don't care about sustainability as much, and what do you think we can do about that?
That's a good question. I think it's not true now that sustainability has, low paying jobs, because the whole climate tech space or green space, actually some of the, salaries are quite competitive, almost as competitive as consulting firms that everyone thinks they need to go into. But I think if you really want to go into sustainability, you can't just be in it for the money or the sort of, you know, um, yeah, desire to make a lot of bucks in the future. It's more about having a genuine passion for the cause, because you can't work 5 or 6 years in a company doing some mission on to solve like the plastic waste issue if you're not feeling passionate about it at all. That's just not, you won't succeed, you won't do well in that company. But I think sustainability, and especially now, it's so important to, tackle whatever areas you're interested in. It's such a broad umbrella of different topics, from, plastic waste to conservation of animals. But as long as you sort of find one thing in that big umbrella that you feel really passionate and really sure that you want to go into and make a big difference, then I don't think money in that point or in that stage really matters. And I think career progression and the amount of skills that you're going to get from working so closely with startups in that space is just much more, I guess, yeah, so much more beneficial than what you can get at, I guess, a larger company that pays well but doesn't really keep in mind that big social impact or that, yeah, that big cause.
One last
Yeah,
question. If you could give one piece of advice to a student who wants to join the sustainability space, what would that be?
just one piece of advice. Okay, let me think. I think don't be afraid to just do it. Just take the initiative and just go ahead with it. It takes a lot of drive, you need to have a lot of passion as well, but you also need to have this kind of self-starter mindset and take the initiative to just, yeah, go into the space that you want to do, make the changes that you want to see happen in your space. If you're not going to do it, then no one else will. And you need to really set yourself up for the type of future that you want to build for yourself, and contribute to the changes that you want to see happening within the next few years. And especially it's so important now with all of the things going on in the world, with increased droughts, with more wildfires. We're hearing plastic pollution is just taking on another level entirely. So make the change and make it quick. We don't have time, we are actually running out of time. So yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Sounds so bad. It's a Nike slogan, man.
Hey, it's the right information. Then you just gotta get it out.